Alright guys, before we start today's awesome video, I want to point out my free Discord. Look, I'll put the link in the description. The link should be all good. It never expires. Look, free Discord community. I'm always answering questions. We're small, we're growing into a really big community. Look, 4 to 6 times a month we do charting sessions. Yeah, 4 to 6 times a month. Maybe I'll do more. Random days. It's always different. And then around the same amount of times, I'm going to start doing pre-market sessions. So before market opens, I'm going to get in a call with everyone, and then I'm going to be going over what exactly I'm looking for going into market open, right? And what I'm expecting, right? I'll do that a few times a month as well. So look, if you're looking for a community where you want to just be in a community, like grow with people, look, share the same ideas, ask questions, learn, and have just have like-minded people around you, because I know trading, it's a lonely path it can be. So if you're looking to join, I'll put the link in the description, and yeah, I will see you guys in there. Thank you guys. All right, guys, what's going on? It's Evan Trades. Welcome back to another banger video, and today I'm going to be going over just strictly, not any concepts, nothing. It's going to be more of a serious talking point that I got a lot of requests from in my community in the free Discord that I have. I asked a little bit ago, what video ideas would you guys like to see? What would be the most beneficial? And the one that got the most likes was this one, and I'm going to be going over exactly that. So I'm going to be explaining to you guys exactly why mindset and psychology is crucial in this industry. In this industry, I mean the whole trading aspect and trying to become profitable and find consistency and success in it. So in one moment, I'm going to be explaining to you guys why exactly it's so important and how I was able to kind of go over that hump and the phases I went through. Alright guys, so this is more raw recording. I'm just going to be going over what's purely coming to my mind when I talk about this. So look, I'm going to be doing examples and price action of, what can possibly, what relates to the topic. So look, mindset and psychology, it's everything. Look, if your psychology is not there, you're going to have bad days. And when you have bad days, you're going to go on a complete just run on your account. You're going to have streaks of losses. You're going to just dig yourself in a hole because you're not there. You're not there all the way. Look, and I don't mean that as in like you're there's something wrong with you. I just mean your psychology just needs to get fixed, and it takes some time, and that's the one thing people have to understand. So the biggest problem in trading, look, at least with me, I'm speaking from a personal experience. I can't speak for you guys, and I can't speak for all the other people, right? That struggle with trading. But what I can do, I can speak personally, and I feel like a lot of people could relate. So one thing personally that I went through earlier in my journey, when I would say last year around this time, one thing in my psychology that held me back was trying to completely eliminate the idea of being money focused, right? What do I mean by being money focused? I mean every trade that you take and every time you come into the market, you're focused on your freaking P&L, guys. You cannot be focused on your P&L. The only thing you need to be focused on is taking quality setups, right? You only need to be focused on taking good setups, because what's the reward if you take good setups? Money. Money, right? You can't you can't take you can't be focused on the money and try to take quality setups. It just doesn't work that way. Because if you focus on the money, we're humans. We have a natural attachment to money, right? It's how the world runs. It's how we determine our lives and how nice we live it. It's very important. So naturally, as humans, we have an attachment towards it. And especially when it comes to trading, we can make a lot of money doing it. So if we attach if we attach that natural feeling to us the money feeling, making money, and we try to implement that in trading, we will lose our ass, guys. We will lose our ass because we are going to have greed. Greed will enter our body. We're going to make stupid decisions and we're not going to stay clearly focused on what really matters, which is taking A plus quality setups. So this example right here, look, this is like an example of a trade I would take, you know, an example of like last year. So I would see a setup where I would trade the same model. Same thing, an area where we expect to reject. Look, I see sell side swept. You know, maybe we have higher time frame sell side swept right here, internal. See that, boom, take it, right? Goes up, gets stopped down. I would immediately, like I would be down, I don't know. I'd be down a little, or my sizing wasn't the best. My risk management, all that wasn't the best last year around this time. So I'd be down a good amount. And then price would reverse and then go in my direction. And I would be livid. I would be so mad. I would be so mad. I would like question if this is even the correct thing to do, if I'm even like on the right path, right? I would question everything. And that's one thing you guys cannot do. Like when you lose a trade, the only reason you should be upset is if you didn't follow your rules. That's the only reason you should be upset at yourself. Not because you're down 500 bucks or 1,000 on the day. No, because if you're focused on taking the best setups possible, change your psychology. Change it. Eliminate the thoughts of making money. Anything in life, if you eliminate in your business, anything, if you just focus on the love of the game, if you focus on the love of the game and being the best trader possible, taking the best setups as consistently as you can, I promise you, naturally, the money is just going to come to you. It's just how the universe, that's how God works. That's how everything works. Don't be money focused. Don't make money your God, or it will control you. And trading is a good example of that. And that's exactly why God mentions that as well. That's why he says it all the time. Like money is not evil, right? Money is not evil. You can use it for great things, but also bad things. Money's not evil. It's the love for money that is evil. And that's why in religion, God is against the love of money. Same thing in trading. Don't love money because it messes with your psychology and it messes with your trading and it will ruin you. So please focus on that. Look, when you come into the trading day, don't focus on making money. Just only focus on taking the A plus setups and good risk, making sure your setups have good risk, etc. Focus, practice that, and you will see improvement. And that's the one of the many things that helped me improve as a trader. And eventually, now I look at my P&L, I'm like, okay, cool, like the job's not finished. I still have a lot to work to do. And I'm just focused on being the best trader I can be. And I'm barely just starting to reap the rewards. So that's the first thing that severely helped me. So please remember that, take notes on that, and focus on that, guys. Okay, this is another trading psychology topic I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is another thing I personally struggled with in the beginning. The urge to get rich quick. Trading is a long-term game. This is what I mean by this. Look, trading is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay? It's not a get rich quick scheme. A lot of people, even I thought that too. Everyone thinks that when you start trading. Like, oh my God. When you start trading and you realize how much money you can make in this, it just infects your brain. You think, oh my God, in like 6 months or even a year, I'm going to be a millionaire. Well, hold your freaking horses. Hold on. Like, that's not the idea. You're going to lose more money than you're going to make 100% within the first 6 months or a year even. You're going to lose so much money before you even find the success, but your success long term will cancel out that debt that you lose in the beginning. Trading is long term. Look, you can't 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. I mean, you have to focus long term. Like when you have one trading day and you lose a good amount, let's say, and you get down on yourself and you start questioning, is this even the right path? What am I doing? I like maybe this isn't the right thing for me. No, that's not the right mindset, guys. It's one trading day. Zoom out. Like on the chart, zoom out. It's time is fractal, like on the charts, but also in your life, you have to zoom out and realize what the bigger picture is. Because if you zoom out to 5 years, 4 years, one day does not define your whole trading career. It doesn't. It's not going to define who you are and what you accomplish. It's one day. Because if you focus on the long term game, all of a sudden, the little losses you have during the week or month turn into dust. They turn into nothing. Because you're in a long term mindset. You're focusing on the long game. And unfortunately, I mean, it's a canon event. It's going to happen to all traders. We're going to have the urge to get rich quick, have impulsiveness on, certain trading setups and thinking, well, I have to hit this trade or else, I'm going to be down. I'm not going to make much this month. Well, no, it's about the long game in the year, almost like year, 6 months, year, 2 years, 3 years. Stop focusing on short term and focus on the long term. Stop focusing on short term satisfaction and start focusing on long term satisfaction. So that's one of the reasons. Realizing this right here was another amazing thing that helped me improve, to calm down, calm my mind down, not stress so much, and to realize I have a lot more time on my hands to be trading. So on to the next topic. All right, guys, this one I recommend you guys listen very closely. This one is really important. Changing your perspective on losses and failures in trading. The amount of people, and like I said, this whole bit, it's personal. I mean, I've blown a lot of funded accounts. I've blown a lot of evals. The amount of evals I've blown is, I mean, it's insane. And failures and losses in trading in this game, without failure in anything, guys, without failure in anything, how are you supposed to succeed? How are you supposed to learn? Right? You have to fail. And I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you tell yourself, man, I can't accept failure, then trading is not for you. I promise. You have to accept failure in your journey. You are gonna fail before things get better. Embrace the losses, embrace the failures. Whenever you blow funded accounts, whenever you blow evals, whenever you lose a crap ton of money, right? You blow your live account in anything. Whenever you fail in life at anything, not just trading, but in life, it's God trying to tell you something. And it's God telling you, look, to learn from your mistakes. How are you supposed to improve as a human, and how are you supposed to improve as a trader, especially when you can't accept losses? Change your perspective on losses and failures and look at them as teachings. Teachings. They are the best. Experience is the best teacher. Experience will teach you things that reading a textbook and learning from a teacher will never tell you, right? For this example, look, who would you rather trust in this scenario? A pilot who's been behind the wheel of a plane training for 1 year behind the wheel, or would you rather have a pilot fly you that's been training with just purely a textbook, right? Who would you rather trust? Right? Obviously the one that has experience actually doing it, right? They know more. Experience shows you more hands on. So please just focus on this. Change your perspective. And if you look at losses and failures and trading as teachings and room to improvement, then you will see improvement in your life and in your trading. And you'll be more positive as a person as well. You won't be a downer whenever this stuff happens to you in anything, when anything happens to you, especially in trading. You have to have a positive mindset. That's why the classic saying, trading is 90% psychology. And when I first started out trading, I had a hard time, acknowledging that. I didn't know exactly what it meant, but almost 2 years in, or about 2 years trading ICT in June, I know what it means now. I know what it means, and you have to trust me, guys, on this. I just realized I spelled losses wrong. I apologize. I was in a rush typing it. But anyways, um, please, guys, focus on this. Change your mind. Change the way you view everything in your outside life, and it will come into effect in your trading. Okay, now this topic, it's going to be my last. I think it's number 4, 3 or 4, maybe 5. I lost count. I don't know. This is going to be my last talking point, but this is going to be one that I have to explain to a lot of people because they just don't understand it. So trading less, and I'll talk about how this implements with psychology. So trading less equals more money, right? If you tell that to the average person, even a beginner trader, they're gonna think, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. How is trading less more money? Well, here's why trading less equals more money. Okay. So first of all, every time you enter a trade, there's a risk, there's the chance, there's the risk, the probability that you are going to lose that trade. Every time you enter a trade, even if you have a 80% win rate, there's still that 20% chance that you will lose, whether you like it or not, right? So the more you trade, the more you put on trades throughout the day, throughout the month, throughout the year, the more probability you have of losing money, right? So whenever I mention only taking A plus setups to people, I always tell that to my people in my community. I always tell that only taking A plus setups. Naturally, when we only take A plus setups, look, they don't form every day. They form A plus setups probably form on a good week 3 times throughout the week. Like Monday usually isn't good, and usually Fridays don't have a lot of red folder news most of the time. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are like the best volatile days in my opinion throughout the week. And sometimes I only trade, maybe like 10, 11 times a month out of the 21 trading days. Um, Maybe it just depends. Each month is different, but trading less means you have less probability of risking more money. And most beginner traders and the average person, they think you have to trade every single day. And I used to think that too, to make a good living off of trading. And that's not possible. You can trade every day, but if you understand the idea of risk management and you want to be good with your capital and you're only taking A plus setups, you're naturally going to be trading less. And it's going to feel weird. Whenever I started only like focusing on my quality setups, I started trading less. But I lost less. I started losing trades less. And when I did take a loss, when I do take losses, it doesn't affect me because I'm only focused on the best setups. And the more trades you take throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the day, the more probability you have of losing a trade because it's not a 100% win rate. Nothing is a 100% win rate. No strategy, nothing is a 100% win rate. Not even your one-to-one, the YouTubers, whatever they say, like trade my 100% win rate strategy. No, that's obviously a scam. So please understand this. Focus on the best setups possible. and realize trading less will equal you more money, because it will keep you more capital preservation at the end of the month, of the day, of the year, of the 5 years, or whatever time frame window you look at. So on, you know what? Yeah, I'll do one more for you guys, and then I'll stop it there. All right, the last short, quick topic, guys, is invest in yourself as a trader. Invest in yourself. Meditate. Work out. Clear your mind. Go on walks. Either after trading, if you take a loss, do it after a win. Do it before, like in the morning, you know, before market open or whatever. Look, meditation is really good. I highly recommend it. All of these things, like be healthy, hit the gym, eat good. That affects your psychology as well. Ever since I started, and look, this is completely personal. You know, I don't know how many of you out there in the audience are religious, but ever since I implemented putting God in my life and trading as well as working out and being more careful in what I eat, it's like my psychology and my confidence and, you know, everything just got better because I invested in myself. You have to invest in yourself to become a great trader. You can't just be some lazy piece of crap that just sits down on their bed, eats chips, watching YouTube the whole day, and expect to perform in these markets. No, the top 1% only perform in these markets for a reason. Because outside of their trading, they're not only strict, disciplined, and, you know, strict in the training, but they're also strict with themselves outside of trading. Hitting the gym every day, eating good, you know, meditating, like clearing their, doing good psychological tricks to help yourself be more calm, feel confident, and everything. So please invest in yourself. Your habits outside of trading will leak inside your trading and will have you perform better habits naturally and make it more easier to be more disciplined. Even as simple as making your bed every morning. Look, I don't make my bed every morning either, but I definitely still do it when I remember. I try to force myself to do it, pick up my room, even little stuff like that. It's just tampering with your brain and basically doing baby steps of discipline. And the more consistently you do that, hitting the gym and all that, it's going to leak into your trading and it'll be a lot easier to follow your rules and be more confident in yourself. All right, you guys understand that? So please, I hope you guys took notes. This was a very, very important video. Thank you guys again for watching. Please drop a sub. I loved making this video. This was nice explaining to you guys. I felt like I got something off my chest explaining this for some reason. I don't know why. I just hope you guys understood this and take it seriously, because like this is what changed my mind completely on trading. This is what made me have the consistency that I have now. And through all the stress and the crying that I went through, you know, there's a lot that happened with me psychologically I don't talk about, but I made it through, and it's possible, guys. I promise. If you implement all of these things correctly, it'll make trading 100% easier, and you'll make it. All right. So thank you, guys. Like I said in the beginning, the link to my Discord will be in the description. Please join. We're almost at 100 members. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Discord after you join the Discord. And yeah, and I hope to see you guys in there, all right? You guys have a beautiful day. God bless you guys. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.